In my meditation, I saw a very tall heavenly being walking toward me, whom I later realized, when he got closer, was His Excellency Mr. Trump, the President of the United States. He first bade hello to me and then kindly said,
"My child, do you still not recognize who I am?"
New revelations on President Donald Trump, God-chosen leader of America and bringer of world peace. Continue watching to find out more.
Greetings, blessed viewers. I'm Charlotte. From the halls of Congress to the nation's schoolhouses, citizens of the United States can be heard reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, in which they proudly refer to their country as one nation under God. This sentiment reflects the American people's deep recognition that their destiny was, is, and always will be steered by the most steady hand of the Providence. The open-hearted Americans praise you for your can-do attitude and your sincere devotion to helping those in need. Welcome to today's program, New Revelations on President Donald Trump, God-chosen leader of America and bringer of world peace. On January 20th, 2017, a beacon of light stepped into the highest office of the United States.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
the
office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
His Excellency Donald J. Trump, a laureate of a Shining World Peace Leader Award and Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion, and 45th President of the United States, spent his 4-year term in the White House bringing nothing but peace and prosperity to the American people and the world.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Hailed as a true man of the people, for the people, his unique background as a non-politician aided him in the battle against corruption in politics, while years as a successful business magnate helped him broker peace in the Middle East, Korea, and other regions for the first time in decades. Indeed, many have lauded the Trump era as the best of times. Others have praised President Trump as being the best president since Abraham Lincoln. But in November 2020, the pendulum swung back towards the negative power, when Joe Biden was named the 46th president in what many have identified as a rigged election. For this, the people of America and the world have paid dearly ever since, as widespread war, runaway inflation, and out-of-control migration have shaken the U.S. to its very core and left its future bleak and uncertain. Then, on November 15th, 2022, a ray of light shined again through the darkness.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Since announcing his re-election campaign, President Trump has remained the clear front-runner for the Republican nomination, gaining record-setting support from voters in state primaries while winning over nearly all electoral rivals with endorsement after endorsement. Reassured by his highly successful first term in office, prominent politicians, business people, and many others around the globe have joined in, expressing their support and faith in President Trump.
I am glad to endorse President Trump.
I believe Donald Trump will win. I will support the president. I will support President Trump.
What was it like under Trump? We've had the best of times.
Trump was the best president since Abraham Lincoln. How can I say that? Because I got my eyes open, right? He brought peace to the Middle East. He closed the border. He made us an energy exporter.
Personally, I love the man. I mean, how could you not like if a real man? I believe Donald Trump. He's going to tell you how it is. He's going to give it to you straight. He's not going to, be a hypocrite and stab you in the back.
Trump, he's a man of his word, and he's really very powerful in the way that he deals with dictators. I would be more comfortable if Trump gets elected.
Think about uniting this country. He gave the highest level of funding for historically black colleges and universities in the history of the country. We have the most inclusive economy, 7 million new jobs, the lowest unemployment rates for African Americans, Hispanics, Asians, a 70-year low for women, and a 50-year low for the majority population.
He signed more executive orders with reference to religious freedom than any other president, probably more than all of the others put together. He's the first president to attend a pro-life rally, the pro-life march. He has just been a friend of religion and of faith.
And I want to welcome in Amir Fakhrivar, also a constitutional law professor at Texas State University in Houston.
When President Trump came to office, honestly, Iranian people, they have seen a new window of opportunity. They said, okay, this is the new sheriff in town. And President Trump is pretty famous inside Iran. You won't believe it, how famous he is.
In fact, President Trump has been more than any of his predecessors clear as his understanding of what the Iranian people want and his willingness to be in support of it.
Nem szólhatunk bele más országok választásaiba. De nagyon szeretnénk, ha Donald Trump elnök visszatérne az elnöki székbe, és békét csinálna itt Európa keleti felé.
I was one of the closest allies that President Trump had in Congress. He had a phenomenal first term. Those first 2 years, as you all know, we brought about the greatest economic numbers in the history of the world, not just the country.
And the only one out there that I know has the experience to fix things. That's what he does. He fixes things.
And I must say, President Trump was right about the wall. President Trump, you are an inspiration. Thank you for that. We built the wall. Wall is the part of our safety. So President Trump was right.
If you look at the facts, if you study the actual record, then it is at least possible that a Trump presidency will be a good thing for America and the world.
He did all these things. He closed the border. He got our economy booming. He got working class wages up. Things were good under President Trump. They've gone to hell under Joe Biden.
Indeed, the disastrous policies and visible corruption of President Trump's so-called successor, Joe Biden, has led more and more Americans to see that the 2024 election is more than a race for the presidency. It is a fight for the very survival of the nation.
I've watched this guy in the White House. I mean, I can't believe what he does every day. I get up in the morning and I say, what the hell did he do today?
You contrast the two policies and the principles of Trump and Biden. It's not even close. Under President Trump, we had a thriving economy. We didn't have all these skirmishes around the world. We had relative peace because he projected peace through strength.
We did not have the border crisis that we have now. We did not have the humanitarian turmoil. We did not have the chaos. That's the number one thing.
Again, we have a slow motion invasion. If you parcel out the numbers from last December over a year of 3.5 million migrants in 1 year. That's more than the population of Arkansas. Working class wages are falling and war is breaking out everywhere.
We have to make radical changes because the American people are hurting. Hardworking families are struggling. We can't handle inflation. We can't handle these things. And these are the results of the policies of the Biden White House.
It is time to unite, to get behind President Trump. The stakes could not be higher. The contrast could not be more clear between the philosophies, positions the Republicans are taking and President Trump will be taking and what Joe Biden has done to this country. The voters will have a very clear choice in November of 24.
If you want to seal the border, vote Trump. If you want to restore law and order in this country, vote Trump. If you want to defeat the deep state, vote Trump. If you want to fight inflation, vote Trump. If you want to revive national pride in this country, vote Trump. If you want to revive our national identity in this country, vote Trump. If you want to make America great again, vote Trump. That's how we're going to win this in a landslide, off to defeat Joe Biden in November, and our best days as a nation are still yet ahead of us. Vote Trump, and that's how we do this. God bless you and your families and our United States. Vote Trump.
Etc. There are many more similar endorsements of President Donald Trump that we cannot show now for lack of space and time.
Vegan. Only one planet, one human race. Let's save them.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
President Trump's 2024 re-election campaign comes at a pivotal moment for Western civilization and indeed the world.
To every American who is petrified that Joe Biden's catastrophic weakness will bring our country to ruin, which he has a great chance of doing, I make you this promise as your president, and nobody else can say it. I will restore peace through strength, and yes, I am the only one that will prevent World War III, because we are very close to World War III.
As countless prophecies have foretold, the forces of darkness have wormed their way into the highest seats of power, corrupting all they touch through a superficial guise and a deceitful silver tongue.
And when you think of it, how important elections are, you'd have millions of people alive right now if the election wasn't rigged. They'd be alive. Ukraine, Israel, the attack would have never been made. All these people would be alive. The cities would be thriving.
to subdue the forces of corruption that have burrowed their way into the White House and other seats of global power, there must be a light, for only light can dispel darkness. Many have recognized President Trump as an instrument of the positive force, some years before he ever declared his bid for the White House.
Retired firefighter Mark Taylor was watching the news when Donald Trump came on the screen.
I didn't know a lot about Donald Trump. I just knew he was a very powerful businessman, built this empire. I knew he was toying with the idea of running for president at the time. So I'm listening to him on an interview, and all of a sudden I just heard the voice of the Lord say, "You're hearing the voice of a president."
Mark went into his office, got out a pen and paper, and started to write what he says the Holy Spirit told him.
You know, he was saying that basically that America was going to prosper like never before. Israel and America, the ties between the two countries would be stronger than ever before. The dollar would be the strongest it was ever been.
The economy is booming under this president.
We're up 254 points, 21,000 on the Dow.
It was very detailed as far as what God was showing me.
And Mark, this was 2011.
This was 2011.
Before he'd ever announced.
Before he ever announced.
Mr. Taylor believes President Trump's divine mission is not over, that he will win re-election and a second term in office to finish carrying out the Almighty's will.
The enemy's timeline has been denied by the Most High God, and it's through Donald Trump. A lot of this is being denied right now. And what God is saying right now is like, no, it's not time right now, because there's many, many things that God wants to accomplish on the earth right now.
Recently, a member of our Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association, All Vegans, also received revelations about the true higher form of President Trump, who revealed himself in her inner vision to be an emanation from the highest Buddha.
In my meditation, I saw a very tall heavenly being walking toward me, whom I later realized when he got closer was His Excellency Mr. Trump, the President of the United States. I was surprised. I used to think that President Trump's character and style were very unique, and I was not very interested in American politics. So why did he come to my inner realm? I guess it must have been the spiritual body of his higher self. His appearance looked exactly the same as his physical body, wearing a stiff knee-length coat with his trademark slightly curved blonde hair. He first bade hello to me and then kindly said,
"My child, do you still not recognize who I am?"
Of course I did not know. He suddenly transformed into a goddess with long hair parted in the middle, wearing an elegant crop top outfit like the flying aspera on the Chinese Dunhuang murals. However, not having enough knowledge, I still didn't recognize who she was. President Trump told me,
"I'm White Tara and Green Tara."
Not knowing much about White Tara and Green Tara except that they're goddesses of Tibetan Buddhism, I quickly searched on the internet. It turned out that when Kuan Yin Bodhisattva saw that there were too many unliberated sentient beings in suffering, she shed tears out of compassion, and the tears from her right eye turned into green Tara of wisdom, while those from her left eye, the white Tara of compassion. If it's truly like that, then President Trump possesses both the qualities of wisdom and compassion of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Then President Trump transformed again into a four-armed Kuan Yin Bodhisattva with four hands, among which the back arm holding a lotus was waving slowly. After a while, he changed back to his physical form, saying,
"Currently, this Trump body is just one of my incarnations. I've vowed to help Supreme Master Ching Hai pacify the earth. However, judging from the current situation, this wish is very difficult to be realized, as the karma of the earth is far too heavy to allow the working of our Buddha's grace."
He added,
"General Patton was also me. I indeed am the reincarnation of General Patton, as the legend says. And that's why I was born in this life with an appearance similar to General Patton."
I asked him politely, if you were re-elected President of the United States, would you be able to reverse the current dark destiny of the earth? He replied,
"My destiny this life was written like that. I will reverse the fate of the earth."
I respectfully asked again, will you conquer the dark force of the earth? like what General Patton did? Looking ahead with firm eyes, he said,
I will definitely carry out my mission and remain unswerving. But now the positive force is weak. I hope the low morale of the positive side can be boosted by me. I am Green Tara and also White Tara. I will sweep away all dark forces, carrying out my destined mission, saving the earth.
He appeared as the four-armed Kuan Yin Bodhisattva again, constantly rotating. His tall and straight figure overlapped with Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, with his face being both President Trump and compassionate Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, standing on the clouds, holding a willow branch to sprinkle nectar water all over the earth. The world is ignorant, unable to recognize the wise. Who'd be able to know the true noble status of President Trump in heaven? In the Surangama Sutra, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva said herself, to beings who would like to govern cities and towns, I will appear as a minister of state to teach them the Dharma so that they accomplish their goals. Here, a minister of state refers to the highest positions in the world, such as a president or prime minister, etc. The physical manifestations of President Trump lets us have one more modern verification of manifestations of compassionate Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. It is truly amazing. Abiding by the 5 precepts, I cannot tell a lie. Under the witness of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all heavenly gods, I disclose the true identity of His Highness President Trump in heaven, in the hope that all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and heavenly gods bless President Trump to smoothly succeed in his mission, for which I am deeply grateful.
We too are infinitely grateful to the Almighty for sending President Trump to our world to be a beacon of light and dispel the destructive negative forces that wish to upheave creation. And we respectfully thank all who support Mr. Trump in his divinely ordained mission.
With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media. We will evict Joe Biden from the White House. And we will finish the job that we so brilliantly started. With your help, your love, and your vote, we will put America first, and we will make America great again, greater than ever before.
May the brave citizens of the United States choose wisely this November by rallying behind and electing President Donald J. Trump, recognizing that he is indeed their God-chosen commander-in-chief and the instrument for world peace in the everlasting grace of glorious heavens.
God bless you all. God bless you.
Vegan, cause the animal people bring us a healthier state of mind and body.
Peace is happening around our world.
Peace News number 23 of many and counting.
There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments. Etc.
October 2023. The Armenian Prime Minister, His Excellency Nikol Pashinyan, a Shiny World Leadership Award for Peace Laureate, states that his nation may sign a peace pact with Azerbaijan in the months ahead, and proposes the Crossroads of Peace project to open road and railway links between Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Turkey to facilitate trade and strengthen ties. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
Generous viewers, it has been a pleasure to have you with us for today's program. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for Traditional Lao Soups, Part 1 of 2, Vegan Home Pie, Spicy Thick Vegan Fish Soup, right after noteworthy news. May each day bring boundless peace and love to you and your cherished ones.
Puppy Training Montage. Day 1, Day 2, Day 7.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.